Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Ajax Road to Glory. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of these episodes, we're quickly going to recap on the previous. And the previous was pretty decent because not only did we play a game in the Champions League, we also played a game in the Eredivisie. Now, the first game, of course, was the Champions League game against SL Benfica. And unfortunately, as Kuru said, Brad, please stop annihilating Benfica. And lucky enough for you, Kuro, we also have Benfica in today's episode. But we did play Benfica in the Champions League for the first game in the previous episode and absolutely annihilated them 6-3. Then going into the second game in the previous episode, it was in the Eredivisie and it was against 6th position Feyenoord. Was a little bit difficult. They definitely come out in the first half and look to be the better team. I'm not really sure what their game plan was because they seemed to be very defensive. Then they went 1-0 down and I thought surely they're going to come attacking us now, and they didn't. So I assumed that they were probably coming out to get a 0-0 draw. We are top of the Eredivisie, so to get a draw against ourselves would do them nicely. But they didn't. We went 1-0 up and they didn't fight back, which was fair enough for us because we then went on, should I say, to win that game 1-0, which I was very happy about. And in today's episode, first of all, we've got William 2 up next. We are at home, so I'm looking forward to that game. And then we've got the second game against Benfica in the Champions League. Now, we beat them 6-3. Can we do something similar this time round, just without conceding 3 goals? But let's go ahead and get into this episode, guys. Diving straight in. The first game is against William 2, and this is the lineup we are putting out. We've got Kasper Dolberg up top in the striker position, Neres, Tadic and Ziyech in the central attacking midfielders. Little bit more deeper, we've got De Jong and Loftus-Cheek in the central defensive midfield roles. Vobet, Blind, De Ligt and Mukele at the back, with of course Onana in goal. Now we've got 2 positives to start off today's episode, guys. Tagliafico is now back training. He's still got a plaster next to his name, so he's not going to take over from Vobet in this game. He may well come on in the second half so we can give him a bit of time on the pitch. But the medical staff have said that he's back and ready to come back to action, which I am very happy about. And the other thing is, which I noticed just before I started or clicked the record button, is Andre Onana has now gone up to an 83 rated. I've done no more training off camera. I've done absolutely nothing. And if you guys look at the last episode, you'll see that he was an 82. The bar was maybe up to the O for overall. It was very, very minuscule. Now, when I've come back to the game today, we're more than halfway up to being an 84 and he's back to an 83, so I'm not really sure what's happened there, but at least he's back to his normal rating. And I also quickly want to mention, guys, that I know the microphone is being a bit of a pain at the moment. I know you guys can hear static. I know sometimes you hear me cut out and cut in. I know that sometimes it repeats what it says and it cuts words out. I can only apologise for this, and like I've said, we have got to the bottom of it now. It actually is the recording device that I use. I'm back and forth with the company and we are looking to sort this out. If I can't sort it out by the end of the week, so by Sunday, I will go ahead and buy a brand new one, and then that should come either Tuesday or Wednesday next week, and then we can go from there. Also want to let you guys know, I did on the Liverpool career mode let you guys know about this. Also want to let you know on the Ajax Road to Glory, I will be doing a video called change or hashtag change career mode, and this is about changing career mode either in FIFA 19 or what we want to see in FIFA 20, because I honestly believe, guys, if career mode does not get touched for FIFA 20, it will go downhill. People will stop watching it, people will stop playing it, and this is unfortunate because EA put all their time and effort into Ultimate Team, and that is exactly the exact reason for them doing that is because it's their biggest income. It's where everyone's buying points and buying packs, and that's where the money is, and that's why they focus so much on that. I've seen a few of the EA creators or the EA capture creators that, you know, do videos and stuff. I've seen a few of them saying they want to put mini transactions into career mode where, you know, for 99p you'd buy this or buy that, and I just think making EA create money from career mode is not the way to go. I don't think putting microtransactions into a, you know, a game type like this would work, because what are they going to do? 99p and you can have Messi on loan for 6 months. It's just pointless. There's no point in putting microtransactions into this, but unfortunately I have seen a few of the EA game changers asking for this to happen, and then maybe because there's an income coming in from career mode, then EA will put a bit more time into it. But I'm hoping that doesn't happen, and I'm hoping they listen to what everyone is saying and they fix the game for FIFA 20. I'm pretty much drawing a line on the FIFA 19. I don't believe for 1 minute they're going to do anything big, anything rash to make FIFA 19 career mode any better. So we're going to have to keep our fingers crossed, guys, for FIFA 20. But if there is any glitches that you're having right now, if there is anything you want to add into career mode or remove for career mode in FIFA 20, let me know down below. You can either hit me up on Twitter, which the link is down below in the description, which a few of you guys have been doing, so thank you so much for that. Mainly Lee's the latest one to hit me up with problems, but you can either comment down below or hit me up on Twitter, and straight away I can show you the glitch already. Take a look at Kasper Dolberg's hair. The man on the left, look at his hair. Even if we click into it and it loads, what's going on there then? Why has he got a headband, and why has he got one piece of hair that is blonde and the rest of it is black? What is going on there? You can see, if I could try and load it up again, it's not going to let me load it now. But you can clearly see he's got black and blonde hair, and he's just full blonde. So I don't understand where the black hair is coming from. Let's see. There you go. Why his head's down there? See that? Black hair with a blonde piece. What is going on? EA, you really need to fix this game. But enough moaning now. We've already played 10 games. We've won every game so far. We're top of the Eredivisie with 30 points. Let's hope we can continue that in today's episode when we face off against William 2. And you've got to remember as well, guys, we've got a big game up next in the Champions League, which I'm super excited for. We've already beat Benfica 6-3. Can we go and do it again? And remember, the last 4 games we have played, 24 goals have been scored for either ourselves or our opposition. So I'm hoping that we can keep that going and score a few amounts, or a decent amount, against William 2. But let's go ahead and get into this game at the Johan Cruyff Arena, and let's pick up another 3 points. Well, let's do this. There is Kasper Dolberg with a full head of blonde hair. What's going on there? And I've just noticed as well, I'm so sorry, I think I've been pronouncing this team William 2. I don't know if it's Willem. I don't think it's William. I don't think there's an I in it. So I'm guessing it's pronounced Willem 2. So if I have been pronouncing that wrong, I do apologise, guys. We'll go with Willem 2. I feel like that seems a little bit more legit than William 2. Willem 2. Looks like it could be Willem 2. But anyway, it's going to be Kasper Dolberg to kick this first 45-minute period off. Let's get it kicked off, and let's get down to business. Is pushing forward now, looking at playing Dolberg again. Probably going to be offside. Goes for the cheeky chip. It's over the bar, but he was offside anyway. Mukiele could have the pace on him. Let's pull this back. Mukiele likes that dink ball in there. It's a nice whip ball, but unfortunately the defender gets there. Frenkie de Jong picks it up. Let's go into Ziyech. Ziyech back to Frenkie de Jong, who's going to hit it first time. What a goal! What a strike! What a finish! Frenkie de Jong is the man to pull us out of the Dome. 24 minutes in, we have attacked. And Willem have just been solid at the back, whether it's interceptions, whether it's blocks, whether it's saves. They have been solid right now. But finally, Frenkie de Jong with an absolutely beautiful strike on that left foot. I've got to say that the keeper probably doesn't have a great eye to the ball. He probably doesn't see too much. There's a few defenders in front of him. It's not a clear eye for the ball. He doesn't get across goal quick enough, and we are now 1-0 up against Willem 2, and that is exactly what we needed. Keep the pressure on here, lads. Loftus-Cheek takes a block. Let's make sure we deal with it, lads. Here's Tadic, round to Loftus-Cheek, up to Dolberg. De Jong. De Jong just needs to play that through now to Neres, who should be away from his defender. Neres with all the pace in the world right before half-time. David Neres! Big save from the Willem keeper there. Keeper had other ideas. That should be 2 there, really. Should be 2. David Neres is normally burying them. Big save from the keeper. But we have got a corner right on half-time. Let's look for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Ball into the middle. Loftus-Cheek. Somebody get this cleared away. Only as far as Daily Blind. Plays to Tadic. Tadic with a ball in. Dolberg's there. Flicks it on. But it's straight into the hands of the keeper. And the referee does blow for half-time after that final attack. We are 1-0 up. The lads are playing very well. We are battering at their door. Just unfortunately, we haven't found a second goal. But stat-wise, we are absolutely all over them right now. I think for now, I'm going to jump back into the second half with exactly the same team. Probably going to have to look at maybe taking Tadic, Mukiele, and either Frenkie de Jong or Loftus-Cheek off in the next 10-15 minutes, because not all of them are looking too fit right now, especially Mukiele and Tadic. But we'll see how we go in the next 10-15 minutes and see how the squad looks. But it is going to be Willem to kick us off in the second half period. And here they come forwards now. Willem are coming forwards. We're going to have to do a lot better defending from this. Oh, Nano with a big save. Let's follow that up the let. Let's play it out now to Loftus-Cheek. Through to Ziyech. Ziyech pushing forwards now, wanting to get Kasper Dolberg in behind. Kasper Dolberg looks to get his shot off. Referee! Oh, how is that not a penalty there? And look at this, they're on the attack now. We've really got to do something with this ball. I have no idea how that is not a penalty. But here we go now. Can Dolberg get in behind? Come on, Dolberg. For a second time, Kasper Dolberg cuts back onto his left foot. Looks to bend one. It's over the bar. It's over the bar in the 67th minute. And Dolberg has not turned up in today's game. But we have got to look at making some changes. So I think what I'm going to do is Cam Vober, he can only play left back. David Blind can play left back. We've got nobody to play at right back. Can Tagliafico play right back? He can't. That is a slight problem. Shares can only play centre back. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of a risk. I want to get Tagliafico on the pitch. I'm going to bring him on for Mukele and then switch Vober over to that right side. I'm also going to bring Phil Foden on for Tadic. And I think the last move is going to be... I think Neres is probably looking the most tired out of everyone. Let's just switch them and see who's looking more tired. Yeah, Neres is slightly more tired. So we're then going to take Neres off. And we're going to bring on Van der Beek to play on that left attacking midfield role. So I think they are going to be the three changes. Looking forward to seeing Tagliafico getting back to the pitch. Dolberg round to Phil Foden. Foden holding this ball up now. Waiting for Ziyech to break forwards. Here's Ziyech onto his left foot. Looks at bending one. Every single player right now that I put onto their left foot and finesse puts it over the bar. Van der Beek dancing into the middle to Loftus-Cheek. Up to Ziyech. Dolberg through the middle. Dolberg now looking to play in. Van der Beek over his far side. Van der Beek. Nice little ball into the middle now. Looking for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek is the man to score the second. Nicely done, Loftus-Cheek. On loan from Chelsea. And I think that is his third goal in the Eredivisie. After scoring that first goal, he's definitely got confidence, he's built it, and he's getting in much better positions. Nice ball in from Van der Beek. And Ruben Loftus-Cheek rises for that ball, heads it down past the keeper, and into the bottom right corner of the goal. Nicely done, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And that puts us 2-0 up against Willem 2. Ziyech over to Dolberg. Dolberg looking at putting Van der Beek in once again. Now Van der Beek was in this position before, cut it back. Nice little ball in now, ball into the middle, just over the bar. From Frenkie de Jong, looking for his second goal in today's game. Going into Dolberg. Let's try again to Dolberg. Dolberg, edge of the box, looks to bend one. Big save from the Willem keeper. Let's push forwards now. Let's go in to Dolberg. Come back onside Foden. Foden turns, touches, has a strike, hits the post. Up to Dolberg now. He's going to look at rolling his man. Here comes Dolberg. He's battled off the ball. Doesn't have the strength and probably doesn't have the fitness. But nevertheless, the referee blows for full time at the Johan Cruyff Arena. We've beat William 2. And we have bagged ourselves another 3 points. Absolutely over the moon. Because the next game in today's episode is in the Champions League. Which means we are still undefeated in the Eredivisie. 12 shots, 5 of them being on target. Willem 2 only having one shot. And that one shot was, of course, on target. Let's go ahead and get back to the Central and get ready for this game against Benfica. Right, and here we are, guys, back at the Central, ready to face off against SL Benfica. Now, you can see from the current group, we are currently joint top with FC Bayern. We've both played 3. We're on 7 points. Benfica have played 3 and are only on 3 points. And AEK Athens have also played 3 and have no points. Now, realistically, what that means is we won our game against Benfica the first time round. And Athens, we beat both of them and then drew against Bayern. And Bayern have done exactly the same. They've beat Benfica and also beat Athens and then, of course, drawn against ourselves. Now, realistically, our next 2 games, I do believe, are going to be Benfica and Athens. Now, Athens are about to play Bayern. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that Athens can keep them to a draw, maybe even beat them. But realistically, this is the German giants we're talking about, FC Bayern Munich. Probably not many teams in the world that would beat them, especially with the squad that they've got. It's absolutely unbelievable. And Kuru, I do apologise, but we are playing your team, SL Benfica, again. And we are going to look to absolutely dominate them. The only problem is we don't have a fully fit squad. You can see here there is 2 or 3 players that aren't fully fit. And we've had to rotate the team quite a bit. So we've got CM de Jong up top in the striker position, Neres, Van der Beek and Ziyech in the central attack and midfield. A little bit deeper, we've got de Jong and Eating in the central defensive midfield. Tagliafico, Daley Blind, Kano and Mazraoui at the back, with of course Onana in goal. So you can see Mazraoui's had to come in for Mukiele. Tagliafico making his way back to the pitch for his very first start since injury. Kano has had to come in for De Ligt. We've got de Jong who's not fully fit, but unfortunately we've only got de Jong, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Eating that can play in the central midfield or the central defensive midfield role. Loftus-Cheek is a lot worse than Frenkie de Jong. We are maybe going to look at bringing someone in January, because a few of you guys have been saying, Brad, don't forget in January you can get players on pre-contracts. One of them that would fit that role nicely alongside Frenkie de Jong, and especially because eventually Ruben Loftus-Cheek is going to go back to Chelsea, a player that would suit that role is Adrien Rabiot from PSG, which you can sign on a free. Also, people have mentioned Anthony Martial. Martial would be a great one, but I'd probably play him at striker because we don't play a left wing. We've also got our new striker coming in January, which of course is Giovanni Simeone. So I'm looking forward to him coming in. And pretty much we just need to see where we're at in January, realistically, guys. I know that a lot of you are saying, Brad, get this player, get that player. Look at our transfer budget and look at our transfer wage. Even if I put it all into a wage budget, we only have 43k. Even if we were to sign someone on a pre-contract. I know someone did say that, Brad, I got Rabiot for 40,000 a week. That's great, but that was probably £40,000 maybe, which is around 46,000 euros. So we don't really have the funds right now unless we look to offload some players. Realistically, maybe when we get to January, some teams will come in for our big players like Dolberg, Frenkie de Jong, Van der Beek, maybe Phil Foden, even though we've only just signed them, Kano, De Ligt, maybe even our keeper. You just don't know. Someone might come in for Onana. And if someone's going to pay a big price, then obviously, like we started off this career mode, this is your guys' road to glory. So if you want to sell a player, and let's say we get a big offer in from Manchester United for, let's say, Van der Beek of 30 million, I'll do a straw poll. Guys, do we sell him, yes or no? If you guys vote yes, then we sell him. If you guys vote no, then we don't. But right now, we've got to concentrate on what's in front of us. We've played 11 games in the Eredivisie and are still undefeated. We are currently top or joint top with FC Bayern Munich in the Champions or our Champions League group. Fingers crossed we can beat Benfica, and hopefully Athens can hold them to a draw or maybe even edge them off and get the win. But right now we've got to focus on what we have in front of us and not what Bayern do. So I'm looking forward to this game. We're going to get into it. We are going to look for a big result here. I'm talking a 3 or 4-0. Hopefully keeping a clean sheet and scoring many goals, which means many highlights for you guys at home. Let's get into this game and hopefully bag 3 points. Another night of Champions League.
3 points will
Really
place in the
need this.
stages.
Oh wow, 3 points and this guarantees us a place in the knockout stages. Didn't even realise that. Saying that, yeah, if we win and Bayern Munich win, we'd both finish on 10, and there's no way Benfica or Athens could catch us realistically. I'm looking forward to playing Bayern Munich again though. We went 2-0 down, fought our absolute hearts out, put everything into it, and Donny van der Beek pulled 2 back for us. I am looking forward to this. Was that? That wasn't Ibrahimovic, was it? That certainly looked like Ibrahimovic. I can't be sure if it was, but it looked very much like him. Let's go ahead and get into this first half and see what damage we can do. Here's Neres. Watch the run down this far side. Oh no, here we go. Come on, Mazraoui. You've got to get across some. Mazraoui slides in. Kano slides in, misses, and I've given away a penalty. I've given away a penalty in the 8th minute. Diat, Kano. It was clumsy. I slid in with Mazraoui, and then I slid in with Kano, trying to get the ball. Didn't mean to get the player. And it's going to be Onana to try and save this. Come on, Onana. We're going bottom left. Onana steps up and saves it. Onana has denied them. Lay that off now to Neres. Neres into the middle for Van der Beek. Van der Beek round the corner to CM de Jong. Looking at hitting it. He's drilled it wide. And he's offside anyway. I'm glad he's offside there because that was not a good shot whatsoever. Did just stride offside. You can see there. Just one step too many. Oh, no, that's going to be a problem. Tagliafico, you're going to have to get across. Ball over that far side. Someone's there. Onana with a huge save. Let's force them back. This isn't good enough right now. And look at this space now. That's going to be a problem. Ball into the middle. It's 1-0. Saviour puts Benfica 1-0 up. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. 1-0 down to Benfica. We are struggling so far, guys. We really are. And the referee has blown for half time. And we're going in 1-0 down. This is a completely different game to the last one when we faced off against Benfica. We really are starting to struggle. And I think we're going to have to make some big changes here. So my first move is going to be shifting Van der Beek out wide for Neres. De Jong back into Neres' position. Neres is going to have to come off. And we need to get Kasper Dolberg up. Going to look eventually at bringing Loftus-Cheek on for Frenkie de Jong. And I think possibly Foden for Van der Beek. Maybe switch de Jong out wide in Van der Beek's position. But right now, they're the only changes we are making. We really, really need to pull something out the bag here, guys. Because we are 1-0 down. And this is not looking good in this Champions League run. Let's get the second half kicked off and see what we can do. Here's Ziyech. Nicely done, Frenkie de Jong. Nice bit of football there. Mazraoui into Ziyech. Round the corner. The CM de Jong who's pushing forwards now, looking at playing it out to Mazraoui, who's made a lovely dart into the box. Come on, Mazraoui. Play it back. Dolberg. Dolberg. It's 1-1. Kasper Dolberg. In fact, it's not even Dolberg. What am I even saying? It's Donny van der Beek. Donny van der Beek right now in Champions League football is one of the top goal scorers. I thought it was Dolberg, and Mazraoui does all the hard work there. Eventually plays it into Van der Beek, not Dolberg, into Van der Beek, who just side foots it between the keeper and the defender and slots it in that bottom left corner. And we are back on level terms, 1-1 in the 62nd minute. Look at that, Donny van der Beek, 5 goals just in Champions League. Don't let Jonas have space there, lads. Do not let him have space. Play it around the corner now to Ziyech. Can we maybe get a counter going now? We've got Donny van der Beek out wide. Come on, Donny van der Beek, keep going, son. Keep going. Play it into Dolberg. No, in fact, it's gone to Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong. Ziyech looks at rolling his man. He's put it over the bar. He's put it over the bar. And in the 73rd minute, we have to now make some changes. CM de Jong making his way out wide for Van der Beek. Van der Beek's making his way to the bench for Phil Foden. And finally, it's got to be Loftus-Cheek for Frenkie de Jong, who looks absolutely knackered. He has worked his absolute butt off out there. And now he's going to make his way to the bench for a well-deserved break. They are the final changes in today's game. Hopefully we can push on now. Ziyech could have just put us 2-1 up, but unfortunately he doesn't. He puts it well over the bar on his weak foot, and unfortunately it means it's still 1-1. He's into the middle now for Loftus-Cheek, and he's giving the ball away. And they're going to have us on the counter now. This is not good news at all. Come on, Daley Blind, get across. Ukeno gets a block. And Ziyech doesn't have a lot of pace. We're going to have to pull this back. Come on, help me out here, lads. Ball into the middle. Here's Eating. Eating laying off Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's darting forwards. Let's play that out wide now to De Jong. Dolberg. Dolberg looks to hit it. Foden takes a deflection. And it's going to be cleared away. And there we go. I'm a little bit gutted about that result, because if Bayern have won their game, and I do believe they were 2-0 up at half time, they will now finish top of the Champions League group. And I don't think now, realistically, we have secured ourselves a place in the Champions League knockout. I think we needed a win to secure that, and unfortunately we didn't get the win. But thankfully, Donny van der Beek once again with his 5th goal in the Champions League pulls it back for us. And how were the stats looking? The stats were very level. So there you go, Kuru. We don't always dominate SL Benfica, but 8 shots, 6 on target. They had 7 shots, 4 on target. I would say realistically, from the stats and what's on paper, a draw was probably about right. Right, guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. We got off to a decent start, but unfortunately we couldn't finish off Benfica in the Champions League. So what I need to do now is I need to go into the Eredivisie. I need to pick the competition. I need to change it to Champions League and see what is happening with the group. So right now, Bayern are top with 10 points. They did beat, unfortunately, Athens 5-1. Absolutely dominated them. We drew to Benfica, which now puts us on 8. Now, there is 2 games left, and this is the problem now, because Benfica, if they got all 6 points, they could potentially have 10 points, which means we are not through to the knockout stages yet. Now I've done the maths. If we beat Athens, we'd go up to 11. If we then beat Bayern, we'd go up to 14. If Bayern beat Benfica, they'd go up to 13, but then they'd lose to us, so they'd be on 13. So we can potentially finish top of Group E if we beat Athens and Bayern Munich. If we beat Athens and draw or lose to Bayern Munich, then unfortunately we are going to come second in the group. But I mean, we've done absolutely tremendous so far. 2 wins, 2 draws, one of them against Benfica and one of them against Bayern Munich. We're playing very well. Goals for, we've got 10. Goals against, we've got 6. We could do with stopping goals ending up in the back of our net, but I think that is a very good result. And of course, we played another game in the Eredivisie. We've played 11, and how it stands right now is we are still undefeated. Played 11 and won all 11, so we're doing very well right now. We beat 8th place Willem 2, so you know what? Things are going great for us, and I think the last thing to do is have a look who we are playing in the next episode. So we are already at match day, and we will be facing off, I'm sorry if I pronounced this wrong, but I'm going to go for SBV Excelsior. Excelsior. We'll go with that. That sounds about right. SBV Excelsior. And then the second game in the next episode will be NAC Breda, if that's how you pronounce them. And then, of course, we've got the game against Athens. And then the following week or 2 weeks, we've got Bayern for the final game in the Champions League group stages, which is going to be massive. And finally, I don't know how you pronounce it, but we'll go with Aronje Becker. That's how I'm pronouncing it. It's in the top right, guys. If you can help me spell it or pronounce it or anything, not spell it, pronounce it, sorry. If you can spell it out in the comment section for me, that'd be great. But I'm going to go with Aronje Becker. That is basically, I think, as far as I'm concerned, it's the Eredivisie's Carabao Cup, kind of. So I think that's pretty much what it is. We are starting in the round of 16, and our first game is not an easy one. It, of course, is against PSV. So we've got some very, very difficult games coming up in the next coming weeks, but I'm looking forward to it. We're doing well in the Eredivisie. We're doing well in the Champions League. We just need to keep it up, and it's only now 2 months until we get into January, and we can maybe look at signing some new players or potentially getting some on a pre-contract. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.